In the quest for fitness, or let's be honest, the quest for looking good, one of the areas we tend to focus on a lot is our abs. Most people agree that having nice abs is desirable, but when it comes to how to get such abs, any kind of agreement ends there. Hi, it's Emily from Bite Size Vegan, and welcome to another Vegan Nugget. So today marks the first time you'll be seeing one of my athlete guests for a second time. I still have a few more new ones on the books, and I'm always looking for and contacting more. But I think it's about time that we get some different topics from some of the incredible people that you've already met. If you didn't see the first interview, my guest was Anne-Marie Campbell. She's a black belt in Taekwondo and the founder of Meat Free Athlete, the popular vegan fitness blog. And, as I may have mentioned before, her abdominals are phenomenal. Just roll it. Should have led with that, right? Now let's hear from Anne-Marie about how to get killer abs. Well, Anne-Marie, I just wanted to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be on the channel and to kind of share your experience as a vegan athlete.
Thank you for having me. Looking forward to it.
All right, so you recently launched a 30-day ab challenge that anyone can start at any time. So I thought we'd talk a little bit about that because I read in the post where you talked about people are always asking you, how do you get your abs, because you have that great photo of you with your washboard stomach. So I guess could you talk a little bit about like how one goes about getting abs, because you hear people say, oh, abs are made in the kitchen, or you need to do a lot of crunches. So in general, just kind of what's your approach to working on your abdominals?
My approach is it's a holistic approach, right? So it's not just about the ab exercises, it's also about what you're eating. It's also about rest and recovery. So I mentioned that also on the guide. Like I have a link to show you for tips to help boost your results, because it really isn't just about the exercises, right? You want to do the exercise and they have to be well-rounded. It's not just about a crunch. Exercise focus on the top, the lower, the sides, and your back, right? So a lot of people tend to forget the back, but that's also part of your core strength, right? So, and then it's also about consistency, right? So you're going to want to be, the 30-day guide gets you started. So you're going to be doing them about 5 times a week. You're kind of getting into it. And then there's a rest day in there each week. But beyond the 30 days, to keep, what your progress and to continue. Not everyone's going to achieve their goal in 30 days, but it's going to set them on the right, path. It's consistency. It really is. It's just to continue on to do these things at least 4 to 5 times a week for some people. And food does matter. It really does. Because if you're eating junk, there's just no way. You're just going to put a layer of fat over it and you're not going to see your abs. So, it's really about consistency, taking the rest days as well. If your abs are very sore, and let's say you've done them 5-6 days in a row already, take the rest day. You'll find that the next day your abs are starting to come through. They're developing, right? Muscles will not grow without the recovery, so that's important as well.
I've heard some things, you read sometimes about you'll see pictures of women that have the kind of the same muscle definition as men, like on their abs, they have the 6-pack, and then you hear from other people like, oh, you can't achieve that naturally, without some sort of steroid use or something, just because of the way the female body is.
Yeah.
Do you have any insights on that, or what's been your experience?
Well, that's absolutely false because I've had a pretty defined 6-pack for many years. I've actually had it before I was vegan. Like I've had, I've been an athlete for so long, like I said, about 20 plus years. So I've had a visible 6-pack since I was like 10, 11 years old. I've had it for a long time, but I find that because of that, I know the consistency, right? Keeping the 6-pack is also just as challenging as achieving a 6-pack, right? You don't need any of these things at all. Like you don't need to be taking steroids or any kind of drugs. I mean, even protein powders. I don't even use protein powders. So I have nothing against protein powders, because I can find that they're very good for convenience. Some people really enjoy them if they're in a rush or they just need to, shake one up and on the go. I don't even use protein powders and things like that. So they're not necessary. It's honestly consistency. It's really consistency, and also just not putting garbage and junk into your body. Your body is going to thrive off of plant foods. you're going to notice the difference, right? So for me, I have my six pack, it's there. I have a strong core. I eat consistently well. I don't have to do my sit-ups, 5 to 6 times a week. I can do them maybe 2 to 3 times a week, and they're still just as visible. And that's just because my body's at a point it's thriving, right? So I'm maintaining now and I'm thriving, right? So you don't need those things. Yeah, it's very holistic and just eat clean.
The other thing you hear about abs, of course, is that not everyone can get them, or, like depending on genetics or the way that your body works. Do you think that it's achievable for everyone to get, a kind of that washboard abs look?
Maybe not everyone's abs are going to look the same physically in general, just because of the structure of your actual abs. Some people have a 4-pack, 6-pack, 8-pack, right? So we're all built differently. So not everybody's going to get that very defined, the defined abs. So yeah, like I can't say everyone's just going to look exactly the same. You can get lean and you can have a flat stomach, and your abs might not be maybe as defined in terms of 2, 4, 6, seeing them all down there. But you can absolutely have a flat, strong core. It's just depending on what it's going to look like. That's where the genetics does come in, because that's what your structure physically is. But we've all got the ability to get a very lean, strong core.
I think also one of the things people, or especially women, might kind of trend towards when they're thinking about, I need to get a flat stomach, is kind of going in that, cardio and caloric restriction venue to get that flat stomach. What would you say is like kind of the best approach? And I'm assuming it's probably not that in your mind.
No. Cardio is actually a small key to it, but a very small amount, right? So you can do maybe cardio 3 to 4 times a week for maybe 20 minutes or so. Just very light cardio. Not talking getting treadmill obsessed and, feeling like now you just got to just go, 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 go. That's not going to do it. It's just literally just getting your heart rate up. That helps for the overall for abs, but you don't need to become cardio obsessed to get abs. And then I find that people that get to the calorie restriction, they might be eating a lot of foods that your body doesn't thrive on, right? Because now you need to restrict. Your body's not thriving. So, and I'm a huge, believer of that, because I eat really big portions and carb portions, right? So rice and beans, potatoes. I'm literally eating a full plate of these things, and I will usually have a second plate as well. So, and I've eaten like this for so long, and then especially now as vegan, taking out all those animal products, like I can tell the difference. Like I can keep my 6-pack easier now as I'm getting older than I did 10 years ago, which it should be the other way around. But as I'm getting older and now I'm vegan, that my 6-pack stays much easier. So it's really not about the calorie restriction per se. You know what I mean? Like obviously if you are eating tons of food and you're not being active, okay, then obviously that's kind of a common sense thing that's not going to help. But if you're active and you're eating good foods, it's fine. Your body's going to thrive.
Well, thank you again so much for spending time and sharing kind of your wisdom of your years of being a competitive athlete with us.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
I hope you enjoyed hearing from Anne-Marie on a balanced approach to killer abs. You can't argue with results. This video was sponsored in part by Chronometer, where you can track your fitness and nutrition to ensure optimal athletic performance and the kitchen side of your epic ab building. Use the link in the description or the one up there to make your own free profile. You can find links to Anne-Marie's super popular blog and all of her social media links in the video description below or the blog post. She's incredibly helpful and responsive to anyone wanting to learn more about veganism and fitness, so definitely check her out. And you can find the 30-day ab challenge image and links also down there or on the blog post as well. Now, I'd love to hear from you on this. Are you rocking a washboard? Are you wanting to? What do you think of Anne-Marie's non-extreme approach that gives extreme results? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed all of this talk about abs, give this video a big thumbs up and share it around to show just how advantageous being active and vegan can be for your body. If you're new here, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button down there for more awesome vegan content every Monday, Wednesday, and some Fridays, and not to miss out on the rest of the Vegan Athlete series. If you want to help support Bite Size Vegan, check out either of the support links in the video description below, and for perks and rewards for your support, you can click on the Nugget Army icon or the link in the sidebar. Now go live vegan, get killer abs, and I'll see you soon. Talk about killer vegan abs. Cha! How many packs are in that thing? You're in such good shape. You need to be a fitness model.